Peace, love, light, shalom, family. So before I get into this video, let me apologize for my voice. I've been talking a lot, so if it gets like really raspy and low, sorry about that. I'm going to try to do my best to get through it. But anyways, this video is going to be about a kind of a breakdown of the toxic ways of the Black community and also the emerging conscious community, to put it simply. First, I'm going to break down a little bit what I mean by the toxic Black community. Excuse me, see what I'm talking about? And then I am going to break down and give you guys 6 tips that I came up with to help you transition out of that way and into a new, better way of existing. All right, so let me get into this. What do I mean when I say the toxic Black community or culture? Without going too deep into it, because it's very complex, I'm just going to bring up 2 really big tools that they use to perpetuate a lot of the negative and toxic behaviors and mindsets that we see in the Black community. Music is, in my opinion, one of the biggest influencers of that toxic culture that we see in our community. If you look at the messaging that our top rappers and entertainers put out, it's usually 9 times out of 10 it's going to be about hoe culture, whether it be about men going out and having sex with multiple women or women going out and having sex with multiple men. That's a really big thing that the music industry promotes. It's a message that they like to bombard onto us, like do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. All right. So another thing that they like to promote is, you know, drugs, poppin' Zans, Molly. I'm not familiar with drugs like that. I just know that's what they be talking about. And then, you know, of course, violence that's been going on for a while in the music industry now is promoting violence and killing one another and hurting one another. What else? Money is a big one. Of course, we need money, but when you're making it the end all be all, like that's the only thing you're striving for in life and that's the only thing that matters, that's a very negative mindset to have. Anyways, so the music industry is very, very, very good at promoting just negative messages. Another one I would like to bring up before I forget is vanity. You know, that's a huge one. Whether you be a rapper or an artist or whatever type of celebrity, you can be sure that they're going to be dressed to the T, hair is going to be to the T, makeup's going to be to the T, their outer appearance is going to be flawless, you know. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I like to dress nice too, you know. I like it. I enjoy those things too. But it's when they promote it as that is more important, more focus should be put on that than you as a person. You know, they're putting more emphasis on the external than they are on the internal, and that just wreaks all type of havoc. All right, so aside from the music industry, I also want to speak on TV because right now, like especially in my generation, we really saw the rise of reality television shows, whether it be shows like Bad Girls Club or Love and Hip Hop or reality housewives, not reality housewives, but Real Housewives. You know, and what do those shows promote? They promote a whole lot of hostility between women, dysfunction among women, jealousy, drama, envy, just negative interactions, negative relationships among women. And for us to understand why, and like I said, I'm only going to go into those 2 things to kind of exemplify what I'm talking about when I say this negative, toxic Black culture, because it's a very complex topic. There's a lot of different aspects we could go into, but I'm just going to focus on those 2 because I feel like they really, like I said, exemplify the negative traits I'm talking about in the Black community. And you have to understand how powerful these things are, how powerful these tools are. Music itself is extremely powerful, and it's not just the lyrics that are powerful, but it is the actual beats and the melodies and the music itself. You know, it's obvious certain music makes you feel a certain type of way. regardless of the lyrics. Some music is going to put you in an aggressive mood. Some music is going to put you in a peaceful mood. Some music is going to make you feel like you're in love. Some music is going to make you feel happy. Some music is going to make you feel depressed. You know, music is powerful in that way. And so when we're constantly feeding ourselves this type of music, it's going to eventually influence our subconscious and cause us to act out these negative ways. You know, it's going to influence how we think. It's going to influence our behavior. And that's why it's a very powerful tool. And why are they using these tools? You know, they know that if they can keep us in this lower state of thinking by bombarding us with all these negative messages, we're never going to rise. And it's really as simple as that. That's why we don't see mainstream celebrities on a consistent basis talking about the rise of Black people and healthy things and good things. Sorry about that abrupt cut. My video cut off, but without further ado, I'm going to go into the 6 steps that I said I created so that you guys can transition from that toxic culture into a more positive, a more conscious, a more uplifting and enlightening one. All right, so let me start with number 1, and let me put up this disclaimer. I'm not gonna advise you guys to do anything that I haven't already implemented into my own life. None of the things that I talk about are gonna be things I haven't either experienced or observed. All right, so I just want to put that out there so you guys don't just think I'm spouting bullshit that I read on Google. I've tried these things and I've seen it manifest positive effects and benefits for my life. So anyways, first step, change the music you listen to. First of all, let me say none of these steps are in chronological order. You can do any of them at any time. But like I said, change the music you listen to. I started listening to reggae music. I really love reggae music. I have a lot of respect for reggae music because not only is the actual melody and the beat, like the music itself, really positive and uplifting, you know, makes you feel good, can make you feel relaxed, makes you feel encouraged, but the lyrics themselves are also very uplifting. They're very enlightening. They're very conscious oriented. And I love that about reggae music. So I highly recommend reggae music. There's a lot of conscious artists out there who make conscious music. I can't think of any off the top of my head because me personally, I just listen to reggae music. That's like my go-to type of music. I recommend John 9. I really love her. She has every song that she puts out, it's a positive message in it. So John 9, I'll put that in the comment description below. And there's just so many reggae artists that are just amazing. But anyways, yes, change the music you listen to. And when you start doing this on a consistent basis, start paying attention to your change in your mood, to change in your spirit, to change of thoughts. You're going to notice a difference. Anything that I'm saying in these steps, you have to do it on a consistent basis. That goes for anything in life. If you want to see results, you have to do these things on a consistent basis. So that is my step 1. Change the music you listen to. All right, step 2 is to pray and to meditate. I'm sure most people are aware of why you should pray, or maybe if you're not religious, you don't subscribe to that. Me personally, I feel like prayer is really important because it connects you to a source that is higher than yourself. You have something to look up to, some sense of guidance in the world. Meditation is important because it kind of almost has the opposite effect. It gives you a chance to go within your own self. We have a lot of wisdom and knowledge within us, guys, and so when you take the time to just sit and be quiet with yourself and meditate, especially if you're meditating on a situation or something you're going through, a lot of times wisdom and good advice that comes from yourself will just pop up. And you'll be like, oh, that's what I need to do in this situation. And meditate, that's not the only thing meditation can be used for. There are so many different things, but I don't want to make this too complex. You can always do more research about the benefits of meditation. But yeah, prayer and meditation are going to be huge keys in getting you out of that into something better. All right, number 3, step 3 is to change your diet. This is probably one of my favorite steps and the one that I have seen the most immediate benefit from. And full disclaimer, I've only really been consistent about this vegan diet for about 2 months now, but I'm going to tell you guys, literally on the first night that I made my first vegan meal. I think it was like quinoa and some veggies and some parsnips. I noticed instantly an increase in energy in my body, an increase in mental clarity, and that off the rip had me like, yo, like this is one meal I had, like, and I have not stopped being consistent about it since I started it. Me personally, I try to follow Dr. Sebi's diet as closely as possible. I don't follow it to a T, but that's kind of what I based my diet change around. The reason changing your diet is so important, guys, and please listen to this, it's because literally our bodies are our temples, and I'm sure you have heard this before. Our bodies are our temples. We literally live in these vessels of flesh. And think about it this way. Would you drink a gallon of bleach? Obviously no, because that's going to kill you, but you're essentially doing a very similar thing when you eat processed foods, potato chips, bad sugars. That is like literally deteriorating your body, and it doesn't just affect your body, but it affects all aspects of you, because your body is a part of you. It affects your mood, it affects your mind, it affects your spirit. So changing your diet is going to be seriously key in stepping out of, like I said, that toxic environment and emerging into a new one, into a better version of yourself. Okay, step 4, follow inspirational and positive people on social media. My generation especially, you know, we love to be on our phones 24/7. We all have a Twitter, we all have an Instagram, some of us still have Facebook. So we know we spend a lot of time on it. So if we're going to be spending time on it, let's make sure that what we're getting from it, what we're feeding ourselves from it, is things that are good for our minds, things that are good for our spirits. Me personally, when I get on my feed, I see people posting vegan recipes that I can use. I see people posting inspiring quotes or knowledge and wisdom, things of that nature. So that's my step 4. Follow uplifting, conscious, enlightened people on social media. Step 5 is going to be to surround yourself with people who are already on the path. This is going to be really huge. I know it's hard. It's hard for us who are already on the path, because it's not a lot of people out here who care about these things. It's kind of hard to find them. But when you do, grab hold of them and cherish them and stuff, because it is hard. It's hard to do this alone, but we're a lot more powerful in numbers. So find people, connect with people who are already on this. That may mean you're going to have to switch the circle of friends that you already hang out with. Birds of a feather flock together. That saying is true. Lions roll with lions, ants roll with ants, parrots fly with parrots. And the reason this is because they are all about the same business. They have the same goals. They have the same values. They do the same thing, you know? And so if you really want to elevate into a more positive path, you need to make sure that the people you're surrounded by aren't going to bring you down, okay? I could elaborate on that a lot more, but I think that's enough for you guys to get the picture on that one. Last step, step number 6. Share what you have learned. Share what you have gained from your new experiences and your new lifestyle changes with others. This is important because as you share it with others, not only is it spreading and planting seeds of awakening and rising and good fruits of the spirit, it's not only doing that for other people and for the world, but for you personally. The more you share it with other people, the more you speak your new truth, the more rooted you become in it for yourself, you know, and that's going to be huge. So everybody, yes, that was my 6 steps. Like I said, you don't have to do them in any particular order. I hope this really helps somebody in my generation who may be stuck in a negative mindset or doing things that they have no business doing. I tried to give you guys things that worked for me. Let me know if any of these things are helpful for you guys. And I really, really hope and pray that our generation continues to rise. I already see the rise. I just want to put these messages out for those who are still stuck in the dark, and show them that there is a way into the light. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments in the comment section, like, subscribe. Peace, shalom, love, light. Y'all have a blessed day.